Greetings, everybody. I think I'm live. Well, I'm coming to you because I was supposed to be with Michael Jaco now, and unfortunately, because of the. All right, let me start over because I just got the signal that I'm live. I thought I was live already. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm getting a message here that's important. Hold on. Okay, so I had a little mishap because of daylight savings. I really hate daylight savings. Can't we let it be natural? Can't we let anything be natural on this planet? Damn them. So I'm going to try not to rant. But the reason I'm coming to you now is because I was supposed to be with Michael Jaco, which I was really looking forward to. And unfortunately, because of daylight freaking savings time, I got the time wrong. So we will, if you're waiting for that interview, I will be back with Michael on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So lock that in because it should be interesting. I mean, it always is when I'm with Michael Jaco. Yeah, I wanted to come to you because I was all ready to rock and roll, and also to just to say that I'm noticing some pretty interesting shifts in this sea of insanity. I was going to say in this sea of kakapupu, and I was even going to say in this sea of shit, but I wanted to be eloquent. So kakapupu was childish, and shit isn't very nice. So in this sea of insanity, we do seem to have a few things that are very interesting that are going on. And one of them is that today is the walkout day that Robert Kennedy called on everybody to walk out, meaning as much as possible, don't go to work, call in sick, don't participate, don't do what the Lord Master said. And I mean Lord in a very different way. The Dark Lord Master wants you to do. So we will see how people are reacting and responding to that call. But no matter how hard they try, no matter how despotic the controls are, humanity is breaking through. Now, people will say that I'm always looking on the silver lining of the cloud. And that's not true. Of course, there are other people that say that I scare people. So you can't win. But I think it's very positive that we're seeing these kinds of activities coming. We do have some leaders on this planet. We do. Hi, Guy. Thank you for tuning in. Nice to see you here with all your great news. Yeah, where is everybody? Come on, let me know you're listening. 14 viewers. Am I losing my charm? Another great thing that happened is that Youngkin, the Republican candidate for Virginia, won. That's a shocker. The Democrats are not happy. And it's a shocker because it was supposedly close. I haven't seen the numbers yet, but we do know that certain things have not been resolved in the vote structure. Hi, Pamela. Nice to see you here. Hi, Kalasara. That I keep saying to myself, right, so you're talking about auditing, and hi, Margarita. Oh, ciao, Bella. We're talking about constantly auditing the election. And yet, my question is, if you haven't fixed the problem, what good is it to keep auditing? Apparently, it is good. Hi, Jose. Nice to see you. Long time no see. So when I was paying attention to the Virginia situation because it was an important thing for the Republicans to win. Hello, Zizito. Thank you for tuning in. And it was very close. And Youngkin was talking about parents being allowed to have a voice in the raising of their children. He was addressing from the heart, it really feels like addressing the human being, whereas your other one was addressing the corporate structure, the teachers' union, yada, yada. Hi, Helena. Thanks for coming in. And he won. Youngkin won. We now have Virginia with a Republican governor. Hi, Charlotte. Thanks for tuning in. And apparently, he's the first Republican governor since 2009. And we also have coming in, I think there's another race closing. I'm not sure about this, but apparently, Winsome, what's her name? Winston Seams. She's a U.S. Marine running for lieutenant governor, also Republican, looking like leading. And in New Jersey, Chattarelli, Italian, is a Republican, and he's trying to win over Phil Murphy. So, let's see. We need the states to turn red in the United States. And by red, of course, I mean Republican. All of my life, if I could identify with either party, of course, it would have been Democrat, because it used to be a kind of liberal thinker. And the roles have reversed now. We've got this fanatic left-wing socialist, let's call it a party, movement in the Democrats, and the Republicans are sounding much more like what I want to hear. So isn't it interesting? A lot of us are finding that even if you don't particularly have a party affiliation, how these aspects have changed so dramatically, and how important it is that things swing back to that red side. So congratulations to Youngkin winning in Virginia. I'm excited about that. Hi, Graham. Let me see what you said. Oh my goodness. How are things going down under, Graham? I'm very worried about you guys. Really worried. Give us some information. I want to say that what's coming out of Australia and New Zealand is mind-blowing. I don't know, not there. I don't have firsthand information, but it's looking like they're talking about, they're now going to be putting the unvaxxed in Australia. The unvaxxed, did I say vax? Oh, slap my wrist. The unvaxxed supposedly are going to be rounded up into, what are they calling them? Centers for Health Control. If you could verify that or not, it would help. Hi, Carmel. Wow, what an international group we've got. Carmel in Greece, Graham in the Down Under. And boy, you guys are down and under, aren't you? I'm so worried about Australia. Anyway, I'm going to keep this message positive, because we need a little more positivity going on in this sea of darkness. Hi, Violet. Thanks for coming in. Oh, there's Wes. Great. So, there are some signs here. I don't adhere to the Q. I don't adhere. So you know that time ago I said no, I don't follow Q, and people said, "Oh, Patricia Cori doesn't follow Q. Oh my God, she doesn't believe in the plan." And by now you should know me well enough. Questioned Mr. T about his position on the vase and other things, but my gut, my intuition says maybe Mr. T is on his way back in. I've questioned it nonstop, and I've never bought into the it's all the plan, it's all good. Everybody sit around, don't do a thing, don't think, because the plan is underway. But you look at the situation, seriously, Mr. Joe. I mean, how long can we keep this blow up doll? I hate to even use the term doll to describe him. Sitting upright in meetings. I mean, he certainly didn't do well in the meeting. He was filmed asleep part of the time, if not all. The crazy camel, Jill, wife of Joe, apparently condescending with regard to the camel, because I think she wants to just move right in, move her hubby out and move herself in. So Dr. Jill takes the place of Prez instead of Camel. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to what Jill is doing and saying. But at any rate, if in fact these audits pan out, we know that they're illegitimate anyway, but it is actually very possible that Mr. T comes back in. There are people that are listening that'll say he's always been in. I mean, completely, visibly, with all the public authority. So we're seeing the mainstream media collapsing. Couldn't happen fast enough. We're seeing the charade. Honestly, I watch this and go, this just can't be. This buffoonery just can't be. How much more ridiculous does it have to get? And of course, if you listen to The Plan or Q or the Patriots or whatever, or what's coming out of Mr. T camp, the bottom line is it has to get utterly, completely ridiculous. Well, it is. It is. It feels like we're almost there. It really feels like something huge is about to break loose. And I heard him, Mr. T, speak the other day, and he said, yes, no, he never conceded, absolutely. And he always says that he never conceded. And we know that he's the legitimate president, but he's still not in the public chair of president of the United States. We have a puppet, we have a buffoonery of people that are running the country and the world into the ground. And I just think that the time of Mr. T returning, whereas I was wondering if this was hopium, I really am seeing that we may very well have this turnaround in the election audits. So originally, when this all went down, I found it very strange that we were using the system they were using the system to bring down the system. In other words, everything had to be legitimate, everything had to be by the book, and yet the book was completely rewritten by the powers that are almost gone to their vantage point. So my question was, so if you redo the audit, or if you do the audit and then you do another audit, and you've still got the same clowns in the positions of authority in the courts, in the attorney general positions, in the governor positions, etc., how do you get a different outcome? I think it was Einstein that said insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. But I think that the team has a lot more information than I do. And if they're doing it over and over again, they must know what they're doing. I truly believe they know what they're doing. Very disappointed to see the judicial system in such a state. What do we have to do? We're going to collapse the judicial system, collapse the voting system, collapse the mockery, the ludicrous excuse. And, when the president of the United States is in a forum such as the one that went down for the climate, and he's photographed sound asleep, it's like, did somebody nudge this guy and say, you have to stay awake for this, you're on candid camera, pal? It definitely plays into the hands of the team, the winning team. And so does this win in Virginia. And you can feel the shift. It's happening. We are knee deep in caca up to our ears, but a shift is happening. And yeah, we do need help, Erlyn. Hi, Erlyn. She says, hope Trump comes back. We need help. But you know, if you follow me at all, you know I'm all into prepping right now, and I love the deeper meaning of what's going on with me, and that is not just, oh my God, I've got to store up food, but a new perception. Hi, Maggie. A new perception of what life is going to be from where we are now and where we've been. And I look back, I was just telling a friend today, I look back at all the frivolous things I've done, like spending $1,000 on a statue of Sekhmet in Egypt and not thinking twice about it. And the way that I lived before, jumping on planes and staying in great hotels and doing it as much as I could afford those things. And now, hey, Jeffrey. And now being in another space, being in a preparatory phase, knowing that we are building a new frontier, and that in the darkness that we're in now, that is damned exciting, because we'll get through this, especially those of us who have not taken the poison dart. We will get through this, but the world will not be the same anymore. We need to help people get over that idea, like, oh, if I just take my jab, I can keep flying. Also, yeah, but you could be sitting somebody next to somebody that's dead on your plane, or the pilot could be having a brain fart or a heart attack, and all those spikes. No, we've got to go a long way forward through a lot of suffering and pain to get to the dawn. As the Syrian High Council called it, the desert days, we are mega in the desert days. And so I'm in this phase of reestablishing my values, what I have to work with, what I want to do with the rest of my life, and how that's going to play. And I think so many of us are, but a lot of people are still in this mindset that it's going to get better. We'll get back to normal. And I think that anybody who's awake, that's not enough people yet, recognizes that there is no back to normal here. Hold on, I'm reading Erlin's message. Oh, that's great, Erlin. She's talking about dolphin connection. Wonderful. Where was I shouldn't answer those messages because it throws me off, because my attention span is waning. So yeah, we can get rid of it's time for us to get over when will we get back to normal idea, and start recognizing that we're going to be creating a lot of new things. We've got the prepper mentality and people who've been doing this for a very long time, prepping for whatever, God knows whatever, disaster, because it's not like we don't have one every day. Then you've got people like Dan and Rebecca Willis, who gave me a great interview the other day, who have been off the grid for 20 years and are sterling representatives of how to live with the earth, for the earth, giving and sharing with the earth. And then there's the question of building new communities, new economy, new approach to economics, which are really not new, actually. It's just going way back. So it's not like going back to where we were, but it's going way back to where our ancestors were, living with the earth, living with more simplicity, living much more gently, in harmony with each other. We've got to get back to unity or we're done. And of course, I'm not saying anything you don't know. Obviously, separation is the master plan for whoever wants to take over this planet. But it ain't going to happen, because look at us. We're already fighting back. We already have a very big community they couldn't touch. They even want to blow dart us. Can you imagine this? This is your weirdest sci-fi book ever. They want to, yes, it's true, blow dart the snake bite into the people who won't cooperate. Imagine you're walking down the street, pow! You get it? Oh God, give me a break. So yeah, I'm always comedic, but sincere. I find great relief in comedy and humor. And I do see what's going on. I do see the humorous side to this, because if we lose our humor, we lose our humanity. A computer, read my lips, can't ever comprehend humor. AI will never be able to do humor. In fact, I am a lover of foreign languages. And one thing I can tell you is humor doesn't translate because it's cultural, it's sociological, it's in the soul of the community, the communal consciousness. And it has reference to experience. It can't ever be interpreted by AI, and they don't want us to have it because it keeps us floating. It keeps us in a higher state. When you laugh, every cell of your body lights up like a Christmas tree. Don't ever forget it. Okay? So keep laughing. Keep seeing the ridiculous. When you see I'm sorry, I can barely pronounce it. When you see a Joe sitting in that chair snoring in the middle of a meeting, and you ask yourself, and whatever anyone felt about Mr. T, he was a presence to be dealt with. The man is in the room, right? Yes, he had his buffoon moments as well, but, who wouldn't say, yes, bring on Mr. T right now, and let's clean out this buffoonery that is supposedly in the White House. I don't know what to say. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about, I didn't think I'd be on this long, but here I go. What we're going to create, new economies, small economies, where, you could, if they're going to take away our money, we'll find a way around it. Maybe we'll trade seashells again. We'll always find a way around it because nothing will stop the human being. Yes, you're right. He had guts to spare. Trump was a figure of power, and I personally can't wait till he comes back. And people say he's not coming back, and I'm not sure he is, but I think there's a. I was going to say I think there's a plan. After I said I don't follow any plan, but I'm watching, I'm listening. I think Mr. T is coming back, and I think he's coming back before 2024. So he's been making allusion to the 2024 return. And the other day he said something. He didn't say maybe before then, but he said something, I can't remember the exact words, that made me think, oh, he's telling us he's coming back before 2024. I'm sorry I don't have that, but if I can find the clip, I will post it. Where it caught my attention. I said, oops, there's another little message from Mr. T. In the meantime, we're going to see a big die-off. I think if anybody of you are watching Cliff High and other doctors, there's a consensus here that these people that have been jabbed, they're going down. And a lot of the earlier ones, there's information out available now that the earlier ones seem to have gotten a lesser dose. Maybe that's what Mr. T was talking about when he said get your VAS right away. That's an enigma to me. I'll never really be sure I understand it. Yes, he did. That's right, Erlen. He said, I think you're going to be very happy with what I have to announce or whatever. It's like, bring it on, Mr. T. How much more has to crumble before we get to see your smiling face again? So I think that we're going to be faced with a lot of pain, because I think a lot of people are now at that 9-month phase where this stuff is kicking in. And we've got to be strong. We've got to be strong as much as possible to deal with that, to help as much as we can. And in the meantime, to stay very focused on sovereignty. Sovereignty of spirit, sovereignty of mind, sovereignty of body. Knowing that whatever they want to put in is exactly what you don't want. So there's the jab for the flu, don't take it. There's the jab sorry, Scoochie, the ultimate Vazarola, or what I affectionately refer to as the Jabberwocky. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Apparently they've got 8 planned. That's the latest. Apparently my dog is doing this wild dance behind my chair. 8. And why not? Each one is how many billions of dollars are they earning? I think they're up to $63 billion profit now. Gee, what a nice coincidence that the big pharma can rake in all this coin out of our suffering. Randy, hello. What are you doing in Ireland? Nice to hear from you. And so I just had an encounter with someone down in town. Her father was saying, take the vase. And she was saying, no, I don't really want to take it. And I thought, please, I really said, please read the information that's out there. And I keep sending everybody these messages. Please read the info. The stats are there. The alternative media, we're putting our asses on a line out here. Hello, to keep bringing you all information. And it's dangerous, you know it, but we're doing it anyway. So read it, read as much as you can. There's a balance problem of reading so much that you get discouraged and depressed. And there's another where you are supporting the frontline people who are putting their asses out there to help make this shift happen. And so we need to all stand up. We need to all walk out. We need to all raise our voice. We need all of us to vote in the right people. We need to stop the insanity. And it starts with saying no. And, you know, when I hear people say, well, I had to do it because I wanted to fly. Yeah, good luck with that. Or I had to do it because they were going to fire me. And, you know, Cliff High said, I'm going to say a bad word. He said, fuck the job, save your life, which I thought was rather eloquent. And even though I don't like the use of this F word all the time, sometimes it's the only word that will do, you know. Big win in Quebec today. Oh, read this. Leanna Bridges, thank you for coming in. Big win in Quebec today. 18,000 healthcare workers said no to the mandatory jab, and the health minister had to back down. They're no longer requiring the jab. I'm telling you, people, the shift is happening. Pay close attention. And no matter how much pain we got to go through, we will get through it because we are Homo sapiens rising. Damn it. Okay, I've spoken my piece. I've had my rowdy moment and my silly moment. So I'm going to leave you now. I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Please share this if you can. And thank you for your input. I wish there were more of you. I don't know what to say. I don't seem to be getting a big enough audience. What do I have to do? Help me reach more people by sharing this vid. And I'll see you in the next one. Okay, stay strong. November 3rd, stand up. November 4th, November 5th, November 6th, November 7th. It's show and tell time, people. And when you say, well, I can't really talk about it with anybody because they get upset, get them upset. Keep talking. We must keep the dialogue going. We must stand united. Imagine locking arms together. Even if you're alone, even if your family says you're crazy, imagine that you've got a line of, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Imagine that you've got a line of light workers locked arm in arm with you on the front line. And know how powerful you are, and know how powerful we are. Never before have we been called. No war, no nothing have we been called to such urgent unity as this. And we will take this. So, yes, I know I'm being shadow banned. It's such a pain in the ass, really. But I keep plugging away here. I really do. Oh, one more thing I want to say, you guys, seriously. You remember I did the video with Eddie Stone for this, I'm trying to think of the word, it's colloidal zeolite, right? Spray. And since I've been using it, I no longer have floaters in my eyes. I used to have a terrible time with them. You know, I look out the side of my eyes and there'd be all these little squiggles. They're gone. And I found that very interesting because other people have reported the same response. No more floaters. They're gone. And other wonderful symptoms of heavy metal detox. I will be taking this for the rest of my life because, of course, you don't just detox once. You keep bringing it all in, the air and the chemtrails and the water. And so really, I'll put the link up again because even though the $5 offer is over, they're still offering a fabulous discount if you go through my link. I really recommend you get on this if you're not already, because seriously, look at me. I'm rough and I'm tough. I really feel the power of it, of getting out this heavy stuff, this heavy metal. So I really recommend it. And as you all know, I have never endorsed a product before. So it's because, oh wait, I'll do my evening spray. 4 sprays. No taste. I love it. All right, guys, thank you for coming in. Oh, some more people came in. Dakarai, you know, you guys are my faithful fans. I really appreciate you being there. Linda, thanks for coming in. Oh, that's good. Keep on dancing, Guy. We have an appointment. We have to have a catch-up phone call. All right, you guys, come on. Stay strong. Yeah, get it, Erlyn. I'll post it. I'll post the link back up when I unplug here. It's Touchstone Essentials. I have a link. I'm going to put it up. You get a really big discount if you get it through that link. And I'm telling you, it's just amazing. It's I'm only on my first bottle of it, and already I can really feel the cleanse. So I will be taking it forever. Keep those heavy metals out of my tent. Well, can you see the girls? Pepper, Pepper. She activates when I'm on the computer. It's a scream. Pepper. Well, you can see her there. There she is. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in and listening. I hope you're all doing well. Remember this day. People are standing up. People are saying no. We are experiencing this shift. And, you know, about the dogs. Quiet, girls. Quiet. Always remember the council saying, did you really think ascension was going to be a cakewalk? That to take the human race from where you are to where you need to be frequency-wise to ascend is a job. It's a big job. You will be challenged. It ain't going to be easy. Of course, they were more eloquent than that. And it's not easy. But we have the stuff to do it. I do. And I know you do too. Stay strong. This is Patricia Cori, signing out.